My. What do we have here? Embryonic Devourment? Reptilian Agenda? We have a band that kind of likes conspiracy theories, kind of likes storylines and lyricisms that involve everybody's favorites meme based around a History Channel, show. Aliens. Yeah, it's actually exactly what you have here. Definitely one that I have a band that certainly it reminds me of a lot. Not so much on the musical level, but more so on the lyrical and the theme-based level. With this album here, this is Embryonic Devourment is a band from California. They're actually about 2 hours away from the hotbed of thrash metal from the 1980s San Francisco. And these guys are a brutal death metal band that have been providing their talents and skills ever since the middle part of the 2000s and have had a couple of studio albums to their date. And it's certainly a style of brutal death metal that is kind of here and gone as quickly as it came. Yeah, this is 8 tracks. It clocks in just a little bit over 30 minutes in length. We don't have a single track over here. Okay, I lied. We have one track here that is over the 5-minute mark, but most of them tend to corral themselves around the 3 to 4 minute mark. And right out of the gate, whenever you think about, alien theme, whenever you think about death metal, in some regards, you think immediately of the band Hypocrisy. You think about Peter Tatterton and the just fantastic ability that that band has had over the course of their career in really creating an environment all about that which we do not know, the things that we do not know, a very X-Files meets real life style of exploration toward this whole idea. And this is something that is furthered and continued in a very, very different musical sense by Embryonic Devourment. They have this very, very large obsession with the reptilian alien ideal and the fact that they have already infested humanity. This is something that was present on their previous album, and this is one that is also right here in the name of Reptilian Agenda here in 2014. This brutal death metal style definitely has a little bit of a token that they can add to the technical death metal reign, something that they're able to combine together in order to create an atmosphere that truly does give you the idea of insanity. And the best way that I can describe this while going along with the theme is imagine you are currently in the midst of an alien invasion and you are the individual that has kind of figured out this is something that's been going on all along, and you kind of in the back of your mind want to be wrong, but at the same time you want to be right because everyone's maybe laughing at you and calling you a laughingstock. And you are side by side with somebody who doesn't believe in this at all and is experiencing this out of sheer disbelief and sheer terror. That sheer terror, that sheer absolute terror is probably what this music best represents, because they have inside of their brains just a myriad of emotion that is usually going to be just complete insanity. It's going to be, I can't believe this is going on, why me, this and that. But only instead of making it sound like some emotional emo bullshit, make it death metal. Make it technical death metal. Make it brutal as fuck. Give it really, really thick riffs, and give it just pure guttural vocals that just absolutely make you crawl a little bit, your skin crawl a little bit. There's actually a track on here where I can best describe it humorously as what happens if a brutal death metal vocalist has to clear his throat. It's track number 2. It's just kind of a strange little moment where it's an added effect to the song, but I kind of chuckled at it a little bit. But that's one thing that I like about this album, is that there are little moments like that even though brutal death metal sometimes can be very run-of-the-mill and sometimes really follow a very predictable formula or storyline, this is something that is making this album memorable and makes it and there's moments like this throughout the entirety of the album. I also like the fact that this is not something where every track was really kind of pigeonholed. I like the fact that they went outside of the box and constructed a little bit of a lengthier song to go along with their shorter elements. And I also like the fact that these guys are not afraid to really showcase the myriad of their abilities, the technical side, the soloing ability, and the ability to kind of drive home a point through a lyrical standpoint, even though you probably, well, a lot of people will have to follow along with a lyric sheet at home in order to understand what the hell is going on. This is really interesting stuff. I kind of dug this album just based around the fact that it sort of took the traditional element, the traditional idea of brutal death and technical death, and gave it a nice little edge. I kind of dug the whole, Close Encounters type of idea that is, partitioned in with this. So overall, I think that this is a strong concept that is backed by some very strong musicianship. These guys definitely have a bright future and have been certainly showing everybody why they are one of the best up-and-coming metal acts out of the brutal death metal department right here in America. So I definitely do recommend this for anybody who is a fan of the death metal environment. I know that word brutal sometimes is used very, casually. It's something that maybe even still to this day may process a little bit of intimidation inside of some metal fans, thinking, oh, that's way too crazy for me. This is definitely something to check out regardless, because it's a good stepping stone for you to get kind of swallowed and ensnared inside the death metal reign, especially as you go to the further extremes, and the added technical edge will definitely leave some people feeling like they are still at home, especially if they've listened to bands such as The Faceless. So I definitely recommend this album. I give it a strong 76 out of 100. I really like this, and I really think that a lot of you guys would as well. Now, in the comments below, I want you guys to let me know, have you ever heard of these guys before? Have you listened to their stuff before? Or is this your first experience with Embryonic Devourment? And if so, if this is your first experience, what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. And I will talk to you guys next time, and I just want to remind you all that it is dangerous to go out in this world without good music. This is good music, so venture freely. Cover Killer Nation later on.